Wouldn't know she's a mother.
Now, this is the first speech I'm giving without having a speech. I've had a lot of senior moments lately. I might have to consult my nephew, Dr. Philip Schwartz. Because Melissa, who remembers everything, said she asked me to say a few words today, and I didn't remember it. And last night about, I don't know, 12:30 a.m., there were 2 policemen in our house. They report for Benji. And Rafi double-bagged 32 bags of trash. The father of the bat mitzvah girl was busy with his computer in the living room. We're crunched in the dining room. And Rafi wanted to speak first because he's nervous. And Melissa wanted to speak first. And Yosef, a comment came out there for speeches. So I was talking to Yosef. I said, Yosef, are you going to speak before Melissa? Or, I mean, after Melissa? Or at the end? And he said, I'm not speaking. So I said, well, there's 4. Who's the 4th? We have Rafi and Melissa and the bat mitzvah girl. He's not speaking. He said, you. I made muffins for Benji to take today, so after 1, I'm doing the best I can, okay?
You're
it's not that I can't think of what to say.
You're not supposed to apologize at the beginning of the speech.
I'm not apologizing. I'm explaining why I'm a little longer, because it's not that there's not enough to say. There's so much to say about Leah that without editing it and going through, I mean, you could really talk a long time. I don't know about long enough for that rock to melt, but a long time. Okay, Leah, like Yale, to us, you were the first in the family. And when Yale was born, some of my friends would say to me, it's a shame that the second one wasn't born first. Because you work out all your problems on the first one, and by the second one, things just come more easily. And I say, oh, yes, yes, yes. But we think Yale's about perfect, and I never believed that, ever. And you're the first, and you're just about perfect, okay? It's good that you came first. He was an example for his siblings the same way you are with yours. Okay. They look to you as the leader, and what a leader you are. You have absorbed all of the skills, I guess parenting skills from your parents on how to deal with different situations, okay? And there are just so many times when I visit that I see it. Shira needed some attention a few visits ago. And Melissa said, Leah, just go spend time with Shira. And I can just hear, why me? Always me. I want to talk to Grandma. We're sitting on the couch. She jumped up and started dancing. Shira, we're going to make up this game. And Shira was just so happy. And it was just the normal thing to do, to jump in there with Shira and to make her happy. Right, Shira? When Leah plays with you, she doesn't just play, again, I have to sit with Shira. No, she makes it fun. She takes care of her brothers. It's really something to see. I have to look at some brief notes here. Some of my words have been taken. She's an amazing young lady. There was a bullying issue in the class, not against Leah, and Leah gave up some of her social prominence, whatever, in siding with the bully and trying to protect the child who's bullied. That's not so common. Hopefully as an adult you would do that. It's not so common when you're 11 or 12. Social pressures are terrific and are horrific. And somehow she finds a way just to deal with these things. And at our house, the same way, when the kids get together, especially when Tara's there. Tara's there are single... Oh, what's the matter? There are times, there's always sing-alongs and there's plays for hours on a long Shabbos. And they're always busy. They're in the room. They set up a barber shop in my room. You should, oh God. And everyone was getting haircuts, and it was like in a beauty shop. But they had innocent, rollicking fun. I mean, the kids really laugh. When you're around Leah, you laugh because you're happy. Now, Leah, you've been blessed with a lot of things. The first thing, good health. And the older you get, boy, that is the first thing. And then you've been blessed with beauty and beauty, because you're beautiful outside and inside. It's just whenever I talk with you, it comes out. But the most important blessing you have are your parents. Because I come up to New York enough, and I am in awe. I stand in awe of the home that they are creating. Sometimes it gets a little loud, especially at bedtime. Bedtimes can be difficult, but it's a wonderful, warm. Yale and Sarah are there enough. They've seen it. If you're there, it's a functioning home. And Leah plays a major role because she's like the transmitter of the skills, of the people skills that Joseph and Melissa have. They use them with Leah, and she absorbs them. And then when she's dealing with the 5 under her, it's just natural on how you deal, whether it's fairness, whether it's envy, whatever. She just seems to know how to deal with those things. She's learning how to deal with the ups and downs that all of us face in life, okay? You get a bum boss, you get a bum teacher, there are cliques in school, and you can come home and scream and rant and rave, I'm not going to this, I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. But Joseph and Melissa have a way of saying, look, you're right, it's not a good situation, this is the situation, and certain skills on how to deal with it, because the situation's going to stay there, you're going to stay there. And these are lifelong skills, and if you get them when you're young, then when you really face the boss, well, a lot depends on it, and mommy's not there, hopefully they're part of you. And that's how she helps deal with the younger ones. It is really something to see. Instead of yelling and screaming this and ranting and raving, look, this is it, we have to deal with it. Now what's the best way? Like when Zebby asked for the Coke. What was the best way? Rafi was going to buy it, Leah didn't really approve, but as long as we kept it even, and it's not going to happen often, and these are the skills that she's getting from her parents. You are comfortable in your own skin, Leah. You're just, you resemble my mother in this sense. You have a very firm idea of who you are, what you're going to wear, how you think about things, and that's part of you, and you are always open to new ideas, especially from Grandma. Some of them you incorporate, you make them part of yourself, and others you reject, and that's fine. But that's how my mother was. She was strong, she had her beliefs, she listened to everybody, and as she got older, some of them she incorporated, some of them she didn't. But that's a thinking person. But the thinking person can think too much and then it all goes away. You have the strength to know this is it, this is who I am, and then you take in as much as you can as long as it doesn't change who you are. And I just want you to continue to develop that way. You are a terrific kid. You're still a kid, but you're a terrific kid. And the potential is just out there. And one example of Melissa's parenting skills that helped Leah and gave us the biggest laugh, which we've all heard about, except probably not the Schwartzes. Leah has fears of different things, like dogs, passed on by her mother, who was bitten by a dog. And she was going away to Sternberg for the first time. And it turns out that there are bear sightings at Sternberg, as there happen apparently a lot of camps. So instead of a lot of counseling on how to overcome your fear of bears, which would have amounted to, Melissa told her that Sternberg's been around a long time. I'm not mentioning Sarah's age, but I think Sarah went to Sternberg. It's been around a long time. And she explained to Leah that Sternberg has been around a long time, and the one thing they know how to do is to protect the campers.
From bears.
From bears. So Leah went away, not afraid, because she was going to be protected. And then at the camp, they told them how you protect yourself from bears. You don't go up to them and so on, and if you have to go to shower, the camper only whistle and say, you have to leave your thing to go to your camp, go shower, you need to take a whistle. We didn't know any of this. Melissa's going up for visiting day, and I said, Melissa, did you know she has enough candy? I don't know, she asked for a blue whistle. She told me exactly where it was in her room. Blue. So Melissa goes to camp, and she calls me, laughing so that she couldn't get it out. The campers told them that if you blow the whistle, the bear is afraid and will run away. And you needn't worry also because bears are vegetarian. So Leah wrote to me about the bears from Camp Fine Fight. So as soon as she got home and called me, I said,